Hi, it's Matt Stone, 180 Degree Health, and I'm doing a little demo here, basically of kind of how I think about cooking and making it convenient and also making it good and tasty. And we're going to actually make a couple things all at once here using the same flavor base. I'll kind of guide you along step by step through that process. First thing we're going to make is some homemade ranch dressing. I put this in my 180 Kitchen ebook, but it's also basically the easy dressing, the easy salad dressing that I mentioned in 180 Degree Metabolism as well. So first thing, I'll chop up some of these green onions. And make sure you see my knife skills video too. That's makes cooking a heck of a lot easier when you know how to use a knife quickly and safely. So I'm going to put these into a bowl, and I have some fresh thyme here. This is the thyme here. I picked some leaves off, which is kind of labor intensive, but thyme is definitely my favorite herb. I really like it a lot. I think it's more versatile than any other. And I think it does help kind of approximate that ranchy taste, that herby, ranchy dressing taste. However, you're making it without any toxic and weird and strange, unidentified ingredients, which is nice. Sour cream right here. Take a big old fat wad of the sour cream. I'm actually going to use this whole container, like so. You guys see that? It's looking ranchy already. It's almost like an oniony sour cream dip. It makes an amazing salad dressing. Do some lemon in here to perk it up a little bit. Doesn't need a ton of lemon juice. I'll probably do juice of 1 lemon for a batch this size. There's that. This lemon, this half. But I love creamy dressings. I don't like using vegetable oil. I use some olive oil. I'm not afraid to use olive oil. But it's not my favorite. Liquid oils in general, with the exception of macadamia nut oil, are pretty high in omega-6, which is, I'm not saying that that's a dietary villain that we need to be phobic about, but most people have consumed way too much omega-6. Not only in their lifetime, but their lineage in general. And sometimes it's good to have a little targeted strategy and be really low in omega-6 for a long period of time. And that's what I've been doing since the beginning of the year. And these creamy dressings help. Sour cream and dairy fat in general is very low in omega-6. So there's that. We're going to, lots of fresh black pepper. And some salt. You probably wouldn't need any other spices, but I do like to, you can see I use quite a bit of pepper there. Probably wouldn't need any additional spices, but I really do like this quote-unquote money spice. I have it always around, and so I'm going to use a little bit of it in there as well. Just a little spoonful, something like that. Okay. Let's stir that up really good. And that makes an excellent dressing. Because it's in sour cream, which is has a bacterial culture in it, and it's already soured, this dressing really stays well preserved. Excuse me. You can put this in you can put it in a Tupperware, put it in the fridge. It's still just as good as it was the day you made it a month later. And oh yeah, that's really nice. So for the easy salad, all we would do is take a head of romaine, chop it up, and mix it with a little scoop of this dressing, something like that. And man, this batch came out really good. But what else can you make with this great flavor base? Well, I mentioned a lot of things in 180 Degree Kitchen about things that you can use this for, because it's very versatile and it tastes great. I don't even know if I mentioned this in the book, but today We're actually going to use some canned salmon. You could use canned tuna and make a little bit of a little canned tuna salad, canned salmon salad. This is pink salmon. I have a little soft spot for salmon, and pink salmon in particular, after working at a fishing lodge up in Alaska during my culinary days. I'm going to set this aside. We'll chop up this piece of celery to go in there as well. I don't think it really needs to be all that fancy. Nothing spectacular, but I like a little crunch from some fresh celery mixed with that really great base, which is, I obviously prefer that over a mayonnaise base. Mayonnaise is always made with liquid oils. If you buy store-bought mayonnaise, it's particularly nasty because they almost always use canola and soybean oil, or a blend of the two. Anyways, I'm going to dice these up small and throw it in. And you're welcome to add whatever ingredients you want. You can use chicken. You can use whatever meat you want. It doesn't have to be canned fish. It can be leftover roasted chicken. You could throw the chicken in there and make a little chicken salad. You could probably use this exact same similar style formula making a potato salad or something like that. So that's what we got in there so far. I'm going to take a nice scoop of this and mix it all up. And this is so much better than just grabbing store-bought mayonnaise and mixing it in with canned fish or whatever. So that's great. And this is wonderful with whole grain cracker or bread, whole grain toast. I'm not a huge bread eater. I think a lot of people have some bread issues. Bread is not for everybody. There's people with gluten issues and all that kind of stuff. But they're not quite as nasty as some of the health and nutrition people out there make them out to be. And I do eat them every so often, and this is a great thing to eat it with. But this, with a salad on some crackers or with some toast, that makes a great meal. That's all you have to do to make that. I mean, that came out great. And yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you're going to make the salad, just use a scoop of this, chop up some romaine lettuce, toss it around. You got a salad in 2 minutes once you have that batch made up. But anyways, that's today's little dual lesson, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again. This is Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health.